Hi friends, welcome to study of the next topic, that is the regional divisions of the Great Plains of India. We have studied the geomorphology, let us study the regional divisions. How should be the nature of the studies? The nature of the studies do not demand that you go too much deep, but obviously you should know some of the major facts of the regional divisions of India. So let us understand what are the greater regional divisions of India. Now you can see I have marked the areas differently, and as we have seen, these are the Great Himalayas, and to the south of the Great Himalayas lie the Great Plains of India. Now what are these regional divisions? How do we divide? We divide it on the basis of river flow. So the greater regional divisions of in India, you tell me which is this state and which is this state here, and that is the name of the plains. The state is Punjab and Haryana plains. The plains are Punjab and Haryana plains. After that, to the south of the Punjab and Haryana plains is the Rajasthan plain. Or it is known as an Rajasthan Bagar. Then we have the greatest part of the plains in India, that is the Ganga plains. Ganga plains. But the Ganga plains are divided on the basis into three parts. That is, this part is the upper Ganga plain, which comprises most of the UP. So the upper Ganga plain. Then we have the middle Ganga plain. And we have the lower Ganga plains. We have the lower Ganga plains. We have the lower Ganga plain. To make your understanding easier, this comprises most of the UP, upper Ganga plain, middle Ganga plain, Bihar, and the lower Ganga plain, almost all of Bengal and Bangladesh. So you can see the entire Bangladesh is covered in the lower Ganga plain. I said almost all of the Bengal. Why I am saying almost all of the Bengal? Because the district of Darjeeling, the Darjeeling area, which is an hilly area, it is obviously not in the lower Ganga plain, because it is in the Himalayan region. It's a hilly area. So if the question comes in the examination, you remember the lower Ganga plain comprises of all the areas except for all the areas of West Bengal except for the Darjeeling district of West Bengal. Again I am saying lower Ganga plain comprises all of the areas of West Bengal except the Darjeeling district of West Bengal. How to remember? Where do you go for, which is the popular tourist destination, Darjeeling or Kolkata during the summers? Obviously Darjeeling. Why do we go there in summer? I'm sorry. Why do we go there in summers? Because it is colder. It is a hill station, and hill station itself says that it is a part of Himalayas. We have tea plantations also in the Darjeeling. So tea does not grow on the plain region. And lastly, you can see we have again I am repeating here, the narrowest part of the plains is the Brahmaputra plain. This is the Brahmaputra plain. Is the Brahmaputra plain. The narrowest part is the Brahmaputra plain. Now, why it is narrow? Because to the north it is bounded by the Himalayas, and to the south, this black area which I am now marking it by dot, it is all the part of the peninsular plateau. While the northernmost area, we have the hills of Mikir, Abhor, Miri, Mishmi, Dafla, Patkai Boom, Naga hills. All the hills are the parts of the Himalayan regions. So I have told you AMDM. In the Arunachal Pradesh, the hills of the Shivalik ranges. So these are the facts you remember. Now, how to study this topic? Obviously, the questions won't be asking directly on the draw the in the mains that can come as a direct question of regional division of the plains. But because this course is both from prelims and mains, you just have a brief idea, and what they ask you in the preliminary examination is a detailed Punjab and Haryana plains, Rajasthan plains, and to some extent the Brahmaputra plains. Geographically, the plains of Ganga are not that important, but what we are obviously covering the plains of Ganga when we'll be studying the Ganga river drainage basin. So we won't be studying the Ganga plains as a separate geographical unit. We'll be studying it as a drainage basin, but we won't be studying the Rajasthan plains in a drainage basin, because this is not an area of a major drainage basin. So let us study first the Punjab and Haryana plains with a brief idea of what the plains are. Now you just see where the Punjab and Haryana plains are located. They are located at the foothills of the Shivaliks, to the western side of the Ganga plain, to the north of the Rajasthan plain. Now how is this plain? Now first I will start with the Punjab plains. The Punjab plains, as the name suggests, these are the plains which are made by the 5 rivers. So which river system drains through the Punjab plain region? It is the Indus river system. But does Indus river particularly drains the Punjab plains of India? Because you know that Punjab plains are also there in Pakistan. Does Indus river flow through the Punjab plains of India? The answer is no. Punjab plains are made by the 5 tributaries of Indus, and because this is a land made by 5 rivers, it is known as Panjad, or the land made by 5 means Pan, and therefore the Punjab plains are made is land which is made by the 5 rivers. By 5 rivers. That is the 5 tributaries of river Indus. That is, it is made by the 5 tributaries of river Indus. So this is a plain which is bordered by the Haryana plain, and that we will be doing as a separate unit. Now the Punjab plains is made by the 5 rivers. What are these 5 rivers? This is the major river is river Indus, though I am not doing in detail here, and the tributaries of Indus, the different tributaries of Indus are So what are these rivers? I am giving you a very small shortcut, a small mnemonic to understand. You remember this statement: in June, cars run bit slow. In June, cars run bit slow. Is it true? Yes, it is true, because it's a rainy season, car is slippery. We are not doing physics here. So what is this? I stands for river Indus. J stands for river Jhelum. C stands for river Chenab. R stands for Ravi, river Ravi. P stands for the smallest tributary, that is river Beas, a tributary which lies entirely in India, because most of these rivers are common to India and Pakistan, but river Beas lies entirely in India. And S stands for one of the biggest tributaries of Indus, that is river Satluj. So what is the Punjab plains? From north to south, or we can say from northwest to southeast. Why? Because these rivers are somewhat from northwest to southeast. These rivers are in June. Car runs a bit slow. Do not forget bit. Otherwise, you will forget real river Bias. These rivers are Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, and Satluj. And what is the Punjab plain? Punjab plain is a land which is made by 5 rivers. And obviously, you see, there will be a land between the 2 rivers. This white area is a land, then river. White area is a land, then a river. Again land, river, land and river. So the Punjab plains are known as doabs. The Punjab plain is known as a doab. Doab means a land between the 2 rivers. Land between 2 rivers. A land between 2 rivers. And what are these doabs? These doabs are between Bias and Satluj. Very simple to remember if you remember that statement. This doab, the land between Bias and Satluj, is known as a Bist doab. So you can see B stands for Bias, ST stands for Satluj here. So Bist doab is a land between Bias and Satluj. Between Bias and Ravi, the land here is known as Bari doab. It is known as an Bari doab. Again, B stands for Bias and R stands for Ravi. Between Ravi and Chenab, this land is known as Rechna doab. What it is known as? Rechna doab. Again, simple to remember, R stands for Ravi, CHNA stands for Chenab. Between Chenab and Jhelum, this land here is known as Chaz doab. It is known as Chaz doab. What is Chaz? CH stands for Chenab, J stands for Jhelum. So between Chenab and Jhelum, it is Chaz doab. And lastly, the land here, it is known as a Sindh Sagar doab. It is known as a Sindh Sagar doab. It is known as an Sindh Sagar doab. Now, how to remember this? The older name of river Indus is river Sindh, Sindhu Nadi. And therefore, the religion in this part came to be known as a corruption of the corruption of word Sindhu, that is Hindu religion. And the Sindh river was known as Indus river, and therefore the land lying to the west of river Indus was known as India. So Sindh is Indus, and obviously Sagar means it is the biggest river because this is the biggest of all the rivers. These all are the tributaries. So Sindh Sagar doab between Indus and Jhelum. So how will be the questions come? Questions will come on the basis of match the column. So we already know what is Bist doab. Then between Bias and Satluj. Then what is Bari doab between Bias and Ravi. Then what is a Rechna doab between Ravi and Chenab, that is then the Chaz doab between Chenab and Jhelum, and lastly there is a Sindh Sagar doab. Sindh Sagar doab between Chenab and Jhelum. The next part of the question is arrange these doabs from east to west. How they are from east to west? Just remember, in June, car runs bit slow. Indus is in the west, Satluj is in the east. So these are from east to west. They are Bist, Bari, Rechna, Chaz, and Sindh Sagar. From west to east, they are Sindh Sagar, Chaz, Rechna, Bari, and Bist. Or from north west to southeast, they are in this manner. Why northwest to southwest? Because I am showing you diagram this way, but actually these are placed somewhat in this manner, in the northwest to southeast direction. Okay, so these are the Punjab plains. The Punjab plains is made by 5 rivers. The land between the 2 rivers is known as Doab. These Doabs are Bist, Bari, Reshna, Chaz and Sindh Sagar Doab. So if the question comes in the mains examination, define what is the Punjab plains, the land made by the 5 rivers. And therefore Punjab in India, it is made by the tributaries of river Indus. Indus flows through Pakistan here. And then this land between the 2 rivers is known as Doab, and then list down the different types of Doabs. Now just to the south of the Punjab plains, you can just note down this, how it is. Now to the between the Punjab and Delhi region is the Haryana plains, or we can say between the Satluj river here between the river Sat in this part and between river Yamuna in this here. Yamuna is a river of which system? It is a river of Ganga river system. Why? Because Yamuna is a tributary of river Ganga. Therefore, it is a part of a Ganga river system. On the other hand, Satluj is a part of which river system? It is a part of Indus river system because it is a tributary of river Indus. Lies a saucer-shaped topography, a low-lying saucer-shaped topography known as Haryana plains. It is known as an Haryana plains. Known as the Haryana tract or the Haryana plains region. Now, why Haryana plains is important? Because it is a watershed area or a water divide between the Satluj river system and the Yamuna river system here. This is Yamuna river system. Or it is a Yamuna river, or it is a water divide between the Indus river system and the Ganga river system. How is this area? This is a saucer-shaped topography, semi-arid region, and it is drained by which river? It is drained by river Ghaggar. What is the name of a river here? It is drained by river Ghaggar. River Ghaggar is drained by river Ghaggar. I am stopping this river over here. It is drained by river Ghaggar. Now remember, Ghaggar river is an inland river. What do you mean by inland river? That means a river which does not go and meet the sea. River Ghaggar, unlike river Indus or river Ganga, river Ghaggar does not go into the sea. This is the river Indus and its tributaries go into the sea in the Pakistan region. River Ghaggar, I am showing it with the blue pen, flows in the Haryana region and drains into the land here near the Rann of Kutch. So you can see it is not meeting the sea here. The sea is here in this region. So river Ghaggar does not meet the sea. This is Pakistan and thus the continuation here. On the other hand, river Ganga, river, all these rivers go and meet the sea. So river Brahmaputra also comes and meets river Ganga and enters the sea in Bangladesh region. So on the other hand, river Ghaggar does not go and meet the sea. So such rivers we call it is an inland river. It is an inland river. Now it is an inland river, so therefore which flows through the Haryana plains. which flows through the Haryana plain region. Which flows through the Haryana plains. It is an inland river which flows through Haryana plains. Now, what is so important about river Ghaggar? You must be frequently hearing, and there is a famous movie also, Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati. We always say the Kumbh Mela occurs because of the meeting or we can say confluence of the three rivers. That is, one is river Ganga, other is river Yamuna, and the third river is river Saraswati. Now, where is this river Saraswati? Does it really exist? Or is it only in the mighty river Saraswati, or is it only in the stories? River Ghaggar is nothing but a remaining part of once mighty Saraswati river, which is now confined only to mythologies. It is believed that because it is mythology, so we say river Ghaggar is the remaining part of a legendary Saraswati river. If you remember, there is a famous book, Trilogy of Shiva, which comes in three parts. Mehlua and the Battle of Nagas. I actually forgot that the name title of those three books, but it is famously known as the Trilogy of Shiva. In that also there is a mention of river Saraswati, which it was believed that it is the most of the tributaries of river Saraswati were captured by river Yamuna during the mighty earthquake which occurred during the formation of the Himalayas, and thus as the major waters feeding the river Saraswati were diverted by river Yamuna, there were no fresh water in the Saraswati river, and therefore this entire river has now become an inland small river. So it is believed that river Ghaggar is remnant of legendary Saraswati river. Of the legendary Saraswati river. So this is known as an Haryana plain. So you see how much great is the water potential in this region. Satluj river, the tributaries Beas, Ravi, Chenab, Jhelum, and mighty Indus, Yamuna, Ganga river system, and beach में a saucer-shaped topography known as Haryana plains. So, what are the exam-related points of the Haryana plains? The exam-related points of the Haryana plains are: it is drained by an inland river, that is Ghaggar river. What is the second point? River Ghaggar is an example of an inland river. Note it down in your book. River Ghaggar is an inland river. In the next lecture series, in the future lecture series, we will be studying two more inland river, that is river Luni and river Banas. And this is how the questions will come. They will give you the name of 3 to 4 rivers, and they will ask you to identify the inland rivers in India. So one is river Ghaggar, river Luni is the other. We will continue on studying the inland rivers. And river Ghaggar is an inland river because it is a part of legendary Saraswati river. Why the Saraswati river has become short? Because it is believed that the Yamuna river captured the tributaries of Saraswati river, and thus it is now an inland river which drains the Haryana plains. So you see, and then Haryana plains is a water divide between the Punjab plains and the Ganga plains, or it's a water divide between the Indus river system and the Ganga river system. So these are the important points. One last point, you can see this here, which mountain is there. This part which I am drawing here, this part of Punjab plains is along the foothills of the Shivaliks. Shivaliks is a mountainous region. It is the part of an outer Himalaya. So in the Shivaliks, when there is a rainfall, when during the monsoon season, when there is rainfall in this part of the Shivalik ranges, that is in the northern part of the Shivaliks, in the Jammu hills, in the Punjab Himalayas, when this part gets rainfall, Obviously, due to rainfall, there will be numerous, and if this is the Punjab plains here, Punjab plains here, then due to the rainfall, obviously there will be some seasonal rivers. Seasonal rivers means these are very small streams which do not have individual names, and they flow only when the foothills of the Himalayas gets rainfall. So these are seasonal rivers. There will be some seasonal rivers which will be flowing through this region. Such a seasonal rivers which originate on the foothills of the Shivaliks and drain the Punjab plains are known as chos. So what are the chos? These are the seasonal rivers. Which originate during the Shivalik, during the rainy season, and flow through Punjab plains. Obviously, in which part of the Punjab plains? In the northern part of the Punjab plains, which is along the foothills of the Shivaliks. These rivers are locally known as chos. Now, why we are studying this? Because, see, it is a dry land, and suddenly during the rainy season, a river from the mountain comes and flows through the dry land. Will it cause soil erosion or not? If this is a dry, loose soil, and अगर उसमें से पानी जा रहा है, तो obviously it is going to cause soil erosion. So these chos are responsible for soil erosion in Punjab, or we can say they cause soil erosion in Punjab. Soil erosion in Punjab. So this is all about the Punjab and Haryana plains and the regional division of the Himalayas. Let us revise the important point for the examinations. So regarding what we studied the regional division of the of the plains, right from the Rajasthan plain to the Brahmaputra plain. Which of them is narrowest? Again, I am asking you. It is the Brahmaputra plain. Which part of West Bengal is not covered in the Ganga plain region? Whether it is lower Ganga or you can call it as a Ganga plain. The Darjeeling district of West Bengal is not covered in the Ganga plain region. Then what about the Punjab plain? It is known as Doabs. How many Doabs are there? There are 5 Doabs from east to west, from west to east. That is Bari, Rechna, that is the Bisht Doab, Bari Doab, Rechna Doab, Chas Doab and Sindh Sagar Doab. After that, we studied the Haryana plains. What are the 3 points important in the Haryana plains? It is an plain of inland drainage system. That is, inland drainage system means the river is not going and entering the sea. Which inland river? River Ghaggar is an inland river. So it is an inland drainage basin. Ghaggar river drains through it. Ghaggar river is a part of legendary Saraswati river. And fourth, Haryana plains is a water divide between the Indus river system and the Ganga river system. Lastly, we did what? Chos. What are chos? Chos are locally these are the seasonal streams which originate on the foothills of the Shivaliks and flow through the Punjab are locally known as chos. So during seasonal streams which originate during which season? During rainy season or during dry season? Obviously during the rainy season. So this is the entire revision of the lecture. To revise the lecture, take down the points. Till we meet again, thank you very much.